It is January the 11th. I haven't been here in a while, and I'll explain why in a minute. Well, welcome to The Anxious Woman. First things first, I missed a birthday yesterday. I have all my birthdays written down in my little book here, and I missed Carolyn's birthday. Carolyn, you had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, happy belated birthday. I hope it was great. And today is Mike's birthday. Yeah, Mike, I hope you're doing okay on this birthday. I know things are rough. Mike lost his partner, his wife, a little bit ago, a few years ago. And anyway, I want to wish you both a happy birthday. And then I have another one in about another 9 days. I have my coffee. Well, actually, I'm almost done my coffee. I was watching the Outlander. George and I are watching Outlander, and we are finishing up season 2. Let me get you all even. Finishing season 2. It is an amazing story, but there's a lot of gore and sexual content, and I don't know if everybody could handle it, and I know I've had my moments where I've done this. So, but it's a fascinating story. I want to show you a few things, and I just don't know. It's been so long since I've been on here. I don't think I've showed that I got this candle for Christmas. If I did, I'm sorry for showing twice. It's vanilla butter cookies. I got it from family member on George's side, and we finished, because George helped me with this actually. So I'm going to say we finished the gem art, all done. It's going to be hung. If I have time, I'll show you my room. My lady cave is finished, done. It's all done. Believe it or not, it's all done. My next gem art I have out. I have gems ready. I just didn't start it yet. It's really wrinkly because I had it in the package for a couple of years, I think. It's a 40 by 50 centimeter, and it's the Buddha, and it goes to there. A lot of yellows and browns and blacks. We'll see how it turns out. There's many colors, so that's going to take a little while. Again, depending on how much we do each day. I went to a local Hallmark store recently, and I had a coupon, and I picked up these. They're dark chocolate Virginia peanuts, double dipped, from the Peanut Shop of Williamsburg. If you have an opportunity to buy these, please buy them. Let me give you the website. Thepeanutshop.com. Thepeanutshop.com. There's, let's see, is that focused? Right there. Down here. And there's the phone number, if you want to freeze that and grab it. These are so good. Look at those. Double dipped. They are, I can't even, they're amazing. If you can get them, get them. And then once you open them, you keep them either in the freezer or in the fridge. Don't leave them out. That's what it says. There's a couple things. Someone had commented a while back about the bed, the twin bed, and said, maybe sell the bed, use the money for the chair that I had wanted, and that, maybe the bed brings memories of Sky, and who was my late partner, and maybe use that money to buy the chair. And I can say that was such a great idea, but one, I would never get the money out of it that I put into it. Two, not many people want to buy a bed that's from someone's house, I don't think, even though the bed was never used. And 3, I don't hold memories of Sky with that bed. He never really got a chance to use it. He went into a hospital bed. So that's kind of that. There was a couple other people who said things like my coffee drinking bothered them, and I talk about the same thing. I drone on and on. I would just say for anyone who doesn't like my content, just, don't subscribe, don't watch, and find a channel that you really enjoy for 2026. And I'm just going to keep it at that. I was in a store today that I had gone in many times in the past, but it has been I have not been in this store for 5, 6, 7, probably at least 7 years, and it's very local, and it is an amazing mythical store. And George bought me the Tiger's Eye ring, Evil Eye. It's called the Evil Eye ring, but it's to ward off the bad. And this ring here, which is to keep away the bad juju, So I put it with my wedding ring to just kind of keep in my head and a solid relationship. So this one was $7.99, and this one was $1.99. The lady that owns the shop, I know her. I've gotten a chance to speak with her so many times, and there's really pretty jewelry, necklaces and bracelets, and there's incense, and there's gemstones, and there's all kinds of witchy things and all kinds of Celtic things. And it just, Sky and I would go up there to get his incense for a meditation. Anyway, so our wedding anniversary is this week, mine and George's, not Sky's, but on Thursday. And so he got me these 2 rings as wedding anniversary gifts. So that's that. That's all that. I think I got all that stuff out of the way. I showed what I wanted to show. I did finish my room. The room did not cost much at all to put together. It actually turned out to be probably, I'd say maybe $75 to this point. I'd say 99% of it is done. And it was that inexpensive because I had most of the things once I started putting everything together, and we had gift cards from Amazon that I was able to get my little my table and chairs. So I'm gonna pop my glasses on so that I can see a little better, and I'll take you over and I'll show you. I think I spent, I don't know how much the strands of beads were. They weren't much, like maybe, I don't know, I want to guess $12 or something. So, put the light on. So here's the strands hung. And I have a tension rod up there. The tension rod is what's holding that up. Put a light on. So a lot of this you already saw, I think. The mirror from Five Below. The picture, Five Below. The poster, Five Below. And my friend, well, I got 2 candles. I don't know if I showed these. I got candles for Christmas. Climbing, hang on. Climbing Rose, Notes of Climbing Ivy and Fern. This one is, I think the other one is a vanilla. And my friend Dave gave me this little truck because I was watching one day for the Amazon truck. And I don't know where he got this at. It's like a little matchbox. He gave me this little truck. I have the twinkle lights, the sets of twinkle lights. I haven't unbound a couple sets yet, but I have a couple sets in here. The TV, of course, has been here. The bubble tea picture, Five Below, the clock, Walmart, and then here's my banyan tree. I just cut around the outside and hung that. I'm also going to hang the one that I just showed you that I finished. And then, of course, the bed is all done. I've got my pillows, my blankets. I'm trying to get George to work on a headboard and footboard for me. He can build things. We'll see if that happens. I put the plant stand there at the CD player. I got all the things to make tea down there. And of course, I showed this before, I think. The microwave is there. And then here's my table and chairs. Let me get down here. There's the table and chairs. I picked this gray color. Hang on. I picked this gray color. And the chairs are, see if I can get one in, have this rounded back, and the seats are round. And then my rug, which is blue shag. That's it. I have some odds and ends in this cabinet. They're craft things. And then the closet is odds and end medical things. So that's it. The only thing I don't have in here is, and then here's the strands from this side. Let's see how it looks with the leg up. Yeah. The only thing I don't have is that vintage phone, my rotary phone with my landline that I don't think I'll ever get because of the cost of getting it bundled. And let me put my phone back on. And then the monthly cost. So I don't think that's going to happen. I spoke with my husband numerous times about it, and it hasn't come up again as a anything, as a yes, we're going to do this. But that's okay. The room is done. I've been working on gem art, and I haven't walked the last 2 days because I have this severe low back pain. I'm hoping and praying that it's not a fracture, like compression fracture. And those can happen over time. It's not something that like where I need to have a trauma to my back, but it can happen over time. And with the type of pain that I have, there's a chance that that's what could be going on. I'll need to have an x-ray of my low back. I see my doctor next month, mid-month, I think. I'm not sure. This week I see my psychiatrist through telehealth, and that is on Wednesday. Thursday's our anniversary. And the whole week is just going to be a really a busy week with my friend Dave is coming up for coffee on Tuesday morning, and that'll be really nice. And I get to chat with him a little bit. And we have a birthday in the family this week and a wedding anniversary in the family this week, not counting ours. And then my appointment with the doctor, and the husband has an appointment. So, and he has art class. So it's one of those busy weeks. I'll need to go back to my old hometown residence, my old, stomping grounds, to get my Ativan once my doctor calls it in, which she should call it in on Wednesday. Yeah, I talked to her on Wednesday. So she should call it in on Wednesday, and it probably will be ready Thursday. So I guess maybe I won't get it. Yeah. Let's see. Today's the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday, I talked to my doctor, my psychiatrist. So hopefully she'll call that in on Thursday, which is our wedding anniversary. We can go down and pick up my meds, get spring water, and maybe stop and have lunch somewhere to celebrate our anniversary. But why have I not been here? I've wanted to be here, and I had a pretty significant mental health breakdown right after New Year's Day, and it was significant. A lot of crying, not being able to think, fear, more anxiety, more panic, more thoughts of my age. It's just, there was just a lot. And then, this is an emotional time of year. 2 years ago, almost, Sky was at his sickest. And I had a lot on my plate. So I just think that I think everything caught up with me again. The holidays, we got through the holidays. There was a lot of emotion there. I met another family member over the holidays of my husband's, and I'll meet another one at the end of this month, another family member. And so, one by one, I'm meeting everyone. I've met 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've met 11 family members so far. I'll meet another one at the end of the month. That will be 12. And I think then there's only one more like closer family member for me to meet after that. So I struggled hard, and had a really, really rough time, both day and night. And I'm still not completely there. I'm trying. I'm working hard at being there, wherever there is. The world is at a very crazy place. I don't need to tell anyone, unless you've lived under a rock. We're in a very rough time, and so you see a lot of trauma, you hear a lot of trauma, and so that weighs on me also, to try to balance what I feel. I have been following the Walk for Peace monks. They are in South Carolina, heading to North Carolina at this point. They are on Facebook. They are on TikTok. I'm sure you can find them on YouTube. All you need to do is look up Walk for Peace. I believe right now there's 21 monks from around the world walking from Texas to Washington, D.C., which is about 23-ish or so 100 miles. They are walking 20 to 30 miles per day. And they have the peace dog, Aloka, along with them. And I keep track of them. And they bring me some peace. So I'm appreciative. I will talk to my doctor on Wednesday when I have a telehealth. And then when I see my internal medicine doc next month, I'll ask about and a possible x-ray for my low back. It could be arthritis, it could be the osteoporosis, age. I spent 10 years working in a hospital, in an ICU trauma unit. I spent 3 years as a home health care worker for senior citizens. And then the 3 years that I cared for my late partner. So there was a lot of physical toll on my body. And I'm not a big girl. I'm not well framed, you know. I'm short and skinny, and I want to say frail because that's how I feel most of the time. So I get scared often, and I struggle often, meaning I cry, I pace, I have insomnia, I think thoughts that upset me and concern me. I worry about the unknown, and it's just been a really rough time. So I just really have drifted through a lot of my days. But I came on today because of the fact that I missed a birthday yesterday, and I knew there was a birthday today, and both of those were really important to me. So I'm going to go. I'm going to say namaste, which is my greeting, my Buddhist greeting to you. I hope and I pray, and I'm sending positive vibes that we manage as well as we can, and that we look out for each other and take care of each other and try and take care of ourselves the best that we can, and understand that the peace we find within ourselves. And that's what I'm seeking for me, is peace, internal peace. That's the only peace that I can control, is my internal peace. And most of the time, my internal peace is all over the place, and I don't do well. So I need to really work on that and continue to work on that. I want to make a vision board. I'm trying to figure out what I want to use as the board itself. I did a vision board a couple years ago. I used poster board, which I really didn't care for using poster board. So I want to find something thicker than poster board, but not as thick as like wood, just something that has some sturdiness to it. And the thing with a vision board is you have to pick, visions that you have a chance of achieving. I did not do resolutions. I did make it through New Year's Eve. I was asleep by 9:30, had a little bit of champagne like this, and asleep by 9:30. And I didn't do resolutions, but I did pick a word. Some people pick just a word for the year to try and live by that word, and I picked courage. Some days, some moments I have it, and some I don't. So I'm going to go for right now. I want to thank everybody just for hanging out with me and being here, and know that if you're struggling, if you're not sleeping, you're crying, you're missing your partner, you're struggling financially, I hear you, and I'm with you, and I'm wishing everybody the best. So we'll talk soon.